Good morning, children. Today we are going to solve the remaining part of algebra, isn't it? Actually, we started solving the linear equation in one variable. Yes, we are solving and finding the variable value in the equation. Yes, then we will have the question where we are using this linear equation in our real life. This exercise will give you the solution for this question. We are using this algebraic linear equation in our real life for solving the numbers or while doing the shopping or everything. Here the real life situation is given. What we are going to do is we are going to read the question clearly, analyze the question clearly, and we are going to frame the equation for the question. After framing the equation, what we have did in the previous exercise, how we will solve the linear equation. In the same way, what is the equation obtained here? Based on that, we are going to solve and going to find the unknown variable here. Also, the thing asked in the question. Okay, here in this exercise, the question are given in the form of statement. Okay, it will be given like a situation or anything. It is given like that. Okay. So see here the first question. 1/3 is subtracted from a number. The difference is multiplied by 6. The number obtained now is 17. Find the original number. They are defining the to find a number, but the clues are given here. What is that? 1/3 is subtracted from a number. We don't know that number. So what we have to do? Whenever we are not having the unknown thing, we have to take it as a variable. Whenever they are defining as unknown number, find their ages. I don't know the age means let it have to represent it in words of any one variable. Then go on solving it. Okay, so here I don't know what is the number here defined. So just in general, using algebra we are going to take let x be the required number. Let x be the required number. Now, going to the condition given in the question. If you see the question, in every question, to solve the equation there will be a clue word or condition is given. You have to read clearly the clue word and you have to frame the equation. Okay. So see here, 1/3 is subtracted from a number. So from this number, 1/3 is 1/3 is subtracted. So by given 1/3 is subtracted from the number means x minus 1/3. From the number we are subtracting 1/3. The difference is multiplied by 6. The difference is multiplied by 6 is this difference is multiplied by 6. And the formed number is equal to 70. They give now the number is equal to 70, which is equal to 70. In that case, we have to find the value of x. That is the unknown number. What's the required number here? So how to find it in a simple way? See here, if you want to solve this or open the bracket, first we have to take the LCM. So if we take the LCM, 3x minus 1/3, because here 1 for 1 and 3, the LCM is 3. So 3x minus 1/3 into 6 is equal to 70. Shall we cancel 3 and 6? Yes. So 1 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6. So the remaining is 3x minus 1. 2 is here in multiplication. If I take there, it comes under division. So 70 by 2. Or yes, you can multiply 2 inside the bracket, then also you can solve. So the solving a different way is up to you. Maybe the multiplication to the next side of the equation as division or getting 2 inside the bracket. However, the last you will get the same answer. Okay, fine. Now 3x minus 1 is equal to 70 by 2. That means 3x minus 1 is equal to 70. If I simplify by 2 or divide by 2, the value is 35. So 3x is equal to, I want to find x only now. So concentrate on x and move other numbers to the next side of the equation one by one. So minus 1 goes there, it comes under plus. So 3x is equal to 36. X is equal to 36 by 3. Is that all? This simple calculation how multiplication goes division we have seen widely in the previous exercises. So use that knowledge and solve it properly. Okay. So if I simplify, x is equal to 1 and 2. 1 3 is 3, 2 3s are 6. So we got the value of x is 12. That is the required number here is 12. What is the number here? They are defining the number 12. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to read the question. whatever the required thing, unknown thing here described, we have to take it as any one of the variable. Okay, maybe x, y or a, b, anything. Then to the given condition frame the equation and you will get a linear equation. After that solve the linear equation and find the unknown value. Therefore the required number is 12. So we will solve the second problem now. See the next problem now. Second problem, two numbers are in the ratio 2:3. When each of two numbers is increased by 8, the ratio between them becomes 3:4. Find the two numbers. This is the question. See, we are defining about two numbers. They are in the ratio 2:3. If we do some changes, that means if both the numbers are increased by 8, the ratio will become 3:4. In that case, we have to find the two numbers. We don't know the two numbers what it is, okay? But they gave the relation between the two numbers in the ratio as 2:3. So, let the two numbers be 2x and 3x. How we are taking this as 2x and 3x? Because the two number relationship is given in the form of ratio. Ratio means it is the simplified form. 2/3 can be taken as 2:3 can be taken as 2/3. So the number with some common multiple is there. It was simplified, isn't it? So while taking the ratio, if two different number is given in the ratio, while taking the ratio, we have to keep some common variable for both. So the two numbers is one as 2x, other one as 3x. In this, we have to get the value of x. If we find x, we can find the two numbers. What is the next condition given here? Given if the two numbers is increased by 8. So what are the two numbers in our hand now? One is 2x plus 8. 2x increased by 8, so plus 8 by 3x plus 8. The ratio will become as 3:4. That is 3/4. In ratio we are taking the form of fraction 3/4. So the two numbers are increased by 8. So 2x plus 8 by 3x plus 8. I am increasing both by 8, which is equal to the ratio 3/4. That 3:4. That is 3/4. Now we solve this model now. How to solve and get the answer? Is we have to do the cross multiplication. So if we do the cross multiplication, 4 into 2x plus 8 is equal to 3 into 3x plus 8. Okay. Now multiply this 4 2s are 8x plus 8 4s are 32. You have to open the bracket, so you have to multiply both inside. So 3 3s are 9x plus 8 3s are 24. Now solve this. We have to group x to one side of the equation and the numbers to the next side of the equation. So I am taking 8x to the next side of the equation and the number to this side. Okay. So we will get 32 minus 24 is equal to 9x minus 8x. 9x minus 8x. Now what is 32 minus 24? 32 minus 24 is 8 equal to 9x minus 8x. They are like variable. So if you subtract the coefficients, 9 minus 8 is 1. So x is equal to 8. We can take the value x is equal to 8. But here the question we have to find the two numbers, not only x. So what are the two numbers? One is 2x, other one is 3x. That means we have to replace x by 8. So 8 2s are 16. Another one 3x is 8 3s are 24. So the required two numbers are 16 and 24. 16 and 24. See whether if you want to check, you can check. See the ratio of 16 by 24. 16 by 24. If I simplify this, shall I simplify by 8 directly? 8 2s are 16. So if I simplify by 8, 2 8s are 16 and 3 8s are 24. So we got the ratio 2 by 3. That is 2:3. So our two given whatever here find, the two numbers are correct and it satisfies the ratio 2:3. Likewise, if you have any doubt in your answer, just substitute in the given condition of the question and check whether the number satisfies or not. Okay. Yes. Now let us see the third problem. The sum of three consecutive multiples of 3 is 45. find the three numbers. What is the word consecutive? Tell any three natural consecutive numbers is, we can say 1, 2, 3, or 100, 101, 102, or 50, 51, 52, like that. So the next three numbers are called as the consecutive numbers. Okay. But here we are specially speaking about the sum of consecutive of 3 multiples of 3. We have to take 3 consecutive multiples of 3. Okay. So let the 3 consecutive numbers, let the 3 consecutive numbers which are the multiples of 3, not the natural number. They are giving the special condition, they are the multiples of 3. For example, if the multiples of 3 starts from 3, what is the next number? 6, 9. 3 is 6 and 3 3s are 9. Likewise, any 3 consecutive, not the first 3, any 3 consecutive multiples of 3. So in general, how can we take the 3 consecutive multiples of 3? How we can take means x, comma, x plus 3, comma, x plus 6. These are the 3 consecutive. So whatever the values of x we are substituting here, will get the 3 consecutive multiples of 3. Okay. Now, what is the condition given here? The sum of 3 consecutive multiples. The sum of means we have to add the 3 numbers. The 3 multiples, we have to, what do we have to do? We have to add, and the sum is equal to 45. That is the condition given here. So we have to add this 3 number and it is equal to 45. So by given, we have to add. So x plus 3 plus x plus 6 is equal to 45. After this, what we have to do? We wrote all the terms in sum. What we have to do? We have to add the like terms. What are the like terms here? X plus x. The coefficient for each is 1. So 1x plus x, 2x plus x is 3x. So we got 3x is equal plus another variable is there, no? Arithmetic number is there, no? So 6 plus 3 is 9 is equal to 45. So how to solve this? I have to focus on x alone. So take the number to the next side of the equation. So 45 minus 9. What is the value of 45 minus 9? What is the value of 45 minus 9? It is 36. So 3x is equal to 36. X is equal to 36 by 3. So finally we got the value of x is equal to 12. We got the value of x is equal to 12. But here the question is, we have to write all the 3 consecutive multiples. So if I substitute 12 in these 3 numbers, we will get the 3 consecutive numbers. What are they? 12 and 12 plus 3 is 15 and 12 plus 6 is 18. These are the 3 consecutive multiples of 18 defined here, which will give you the sum of 45. For your clarification, you can substitute. You can add this 3 value. Surely if we add this 3 value, we will get the answer 45. So we got the answer here. See the next problem. The sum of digits of 2-digit number is 10. If the number obtained on reversing the digit is 54, less than the original number, find the number. So this question is a little bit different, so listen carefully how to do this. The sum of a digit of a 2-digit number. We are speaking about a 2-digit number here, but the sum of the digits of the 2-digit number is 10. So that we have to identify the digits of the 2-digit number. How to take the 2-digit number in general? If for example, if I am taking any 2-digit number 36. 36 can be written as, in lower classes we have learned, isn't it? 6 ones, 3 tens. Okay, so we can split it as 3 into 10 plus 6 into 1. This is the digit in the unit place, this is the digit in the tens place. This tens and unit will not change. Okay, if the number, what is it here? This number changes. 3, in place of 3, if I replace 4, it will become 4 into 10, 40. In place of 6, if I change to 40 into 1, 2 into 1 is 2. So it will become 42. So the general form of the 2-digit number is given like this. Here 3 and 6 are the 36 plus 3 and 6 are the variables here. So how to do the general format of the question? 10x plus y. The unit digit we can take it as y. So whenever we are replacing the value of x and y here, we can get the 2-digit number. For example, the same number. If I put x is equal to 3, 10's place here 3 now. So 10 into 3 is 30. Y place here we are having 6 plus 6. So 30 plus 6 is 36. In that way only we are getting the the two-digit number. So we are taking, let B require two-digit number. Require number B 10x plus 1. So are you clear now how we are taking 10x plus 1 as a two-digit number? So 10 and 1, these are the place value. Here the unit digit, the digit of the two number digit is x and y. So what is the first condition? So in general just we got that the two-digit number is 10x plus 1. What we have to do? See the question. The sum of its digits. The sum of its digits. What are the digits here we are having? X and y. So by given first condition we are taking x plus y. Sum of the digits equal to 10. So we are taking x plus y is equal to 10. Here we are taking x is equal to 10 minus y. Because why we are changing like this means x, y. Both the value we don't know. Just we are taking one in the term of other so that we can use this for the substitution. So just we are using x is equal to 10 minus y. Now, if the number obtained on reversing the digit, what is the meaning of this word? The number obtained by reversing the digit means ones digit will go to the tens place, tens digit will go to the ones place. That is the form of reverse. Okay, reverse means going back. The digits are changed. So we have to replace ones to the tens place and tens to the ones place. So if I reverse like that, what will happen? Also given, what is given? By reversing the digit. By reversing the digit means 10y plus x. See, I am changing y here and x here so that we got the reversing digit as 10y plus x. Then it is 54 less than the original number. If I reverse like that, the number we obtain is equal to 54 less than the original number. What is the original number we are taking here? 10x plus y. So 10x plus y. Less means what symbol we have to use mathematically? Minus. Less than 54 means we have to use minus. So 10y plus x, reversing the digit, is equal to 10x plus y minus 54. See, the statement we change as to the equation here. Okay. Now, what we have to do? Our work is here. We have to identify the value of x and y, and we have to identify this two-digit number. For that, see, first we will go with, shall we separate group x and y common? Then only we can use the substitution here. So group the x and y value. Where are the x value? I am taking y to this side of the equation and x to this side. So 10y minus y is equal to 10x minus x minus 54. Just grouping the same equation. Just I am rearranging to the like terms so that we can subtract or add the variables easily. What is 10y minus y? 10y minus y is 9y is equal to 10x minus 1x, it is 9x minus 54. Now in this equation also we are having two variables. So two variables cannot be identified in the same equation. So what we are going to do is we are going to get the help of equation 1 here. What is equation 1? X is equal to 10 minus 1. So in place of x, we can replace the value 10 minus 1. So that first substitute, so 9 into y. In place of x, I am changing as 10 minus y minus 54. This is y equation 1. Now see, here two variables, so we are not able to solve. After the substitution, we are having only one variable y in this equation. So we are going to solve for y. Okay, how to solve it? So 9y is equal to, if you open the bracket, okay, then only we can go for the other calculations. So to open the bracket, get 9 inside it. So 9 into 10 is 90 minus 9y minus 54. Now 9y, grouping 9 to one side of the equation. So minus 9y, this minus 9y comes here, comes under plus. Only the arithmetic number is the 90 minus 54. 9 plus 9, adding the coefficient, 18y is equal to 90 minus 54, it is 36. So we got the value of y is equal to 2. How we got y is equal to 2 here? 18 goes that side, 36 by 18. So we get, if we divide, the value of y is equal to 2. Okay, we got the value of y is equal to 2. But what about x? How to find the value of x here? We have to substitute the value of y in equation 1. We can substitute in some other equation also. For example, we can substitute in this equation also, we can get the x value. But we have to choose the simple equation where we substitute so that we can get the other value easily. So we got y is equal to 2. So if y is equal to 2 is substituted here, what will be the answer for x? X is equal to 10 minus 2. So we will get x is equal to 8. We will get x is equal to 8. Where we substituted equation 1, y in equation 1. That is 10 minus 2. So we got the value of x is equal to 8. So now in our hand we are having the value of y and x. So that we have to identify the 2-digit number. What is the general form of 2-digit number? 10x plus y. The general form of 2-digit number is 10x plus y. So 10x plus y. This is what we have to find finally the answer. So substitute the value of x. So 10 into 8 plus the value of y is 2. What is 10 into 8? This 80 plus 2, which is equal to 82. We got the final answer as 82. That got the 2-digit number what is described in this question. For that number only they gave the two conditions and we got the 2-digit number finally as 82. Okay, so this problem is very important because many problems like this they will give the 2-digit number. So 2-digit number means you should not get confused. So go for the general format of the 2-digit number. I explain you how it is coming. 1's place, 10's place. The place value is not going to change. Only the digit is going to change. So the digit going to change means we have to take in the form of variable. So only we are giving the form of variable 10x plus y. Okay. So any 2-digit number generally is in the form of 10x plus y. Then according to the given condition, find the 2-digit value. See the next problem, children. The denominator of a fraction is 5 more than its numerator. If the numerator is decreased by 2 and the denominator is increased by 1, the fraction becomes 2 by 3. Find the fraction. Here, what is described here? A fraction. We have to identify a fraction here. They have to find how the numerator is, denominator is. Whatever the changes did, the fraction changes to 2 by 3. Then we have to identify the fraction. Fraction means it is in the form of numerator by denominator. There is some numerator by denominator, isn't it? So we have to identify both the numerator and denominator. But see the first line, the denominator of a fraction is 5 more than its numerator. The denominator here depends on the numerator of the fraction. Okay, they are not different. Just if you identify, just take any variable for the numerator, we can guess the denominator because the denominator value here depends on the numerator. So first we have to take the variable for the numerator. So we are going to take the numerator. We are going to take the numerator as the variable x. Numerator as the variable x. Then what about the denominator? The denominator is 5 more than its numerator. So we can take the denominator 5 more than. So what do you have to use here? Addition or subtraction? Yes, addition. 5 more than the numerator. So the denominator is x plus 1. So we are using the addition here. So the fraction what we have to find here is x by x plus 5. This is the fraction what we have to find here. Okay. For that we have to know the value of x. If we know the value of x, the fraction we can find easily. So how to find the value of x? For that in the question again they gave a clue. Read the question next. If the numerator is decreased by 2. What is the numerator here? X. By given the numerator is decreased by 2. That is decreased means we have to use subtraction. So x minus 2 by the denominator is increased by 1. What is the denominator here? X plus 5. Increased by 1 means we have to add 1 to the denominator. That is x plus 5 plus 1. See, the numerator is decreased by 2. So we are subtracting 2 and the denominator is increased by 1. So to the denominator we are adding plus 1. the fraction will become, what is given in the question, that the fraction will become 2 by 3. So the fraction is equal to 2 by 3. Is. Now we framed the equation. How to solve this? Is we have to do the cross multiplication. So if we cross multiply, before that add this. We are having some addition now. Do that. So x minus 2 by x plus 5 plus 1. That we can take directly as x plus 6 equal to 2 by 3. Now do the cross multiplication. If I multiply, 3 will be multiplied here. That is 3x minus 3 2s are 6 equal to 2x plus 6 2s are 12. See, I am going to multiply 3 here. So 3x, 3 2s are 6. X 2 into x plus 6, that is 2x plus 6 2s are 12. Group x to the one side of the equation and number to the next side of the equation. If I group x to one side of the equation, if I am taking 2x to the next side, we get 3x minus 2x equal to the arithmetic number to the next side of the equation, that is 12 minus 6 goes that side, it comes under plus. So 3x minus 2x, 12 plus 6. What is 3x minus 2x? Subtract the coefficient. 3 minus 2 is 1. So x, 1x simply we can write it as x. So x is equal to 12 plus 6 is 18. 12 plus 6 is 18. So we got the value of x. What is x here? Numerator. Then we have to find the denominator. What is the denominator? X plus 5. That is x plus 5 is equal to 18 plus 5, which is equal to 23. So what is the required fraction here? X plus 5. Isn't it? So the required fraction, if we substitute, we will get the value of x as 18. X plus 5 is 23. So the fraction defined here in this equation according to the condition is 18 by 23. That's the fraction here. Okay. So next problem we'll solve. See, this problem is based on age. Okay, whenever you are going for the competitive exam, writing any entrance, surely you will get the problems based on this word problem. Solving the number, framing the equation like this, we solve the 2-digit number, and a number is subtracted like that condition you will face in any entrance exam like this problems. Okay, here the problem is based on age. See here, person Pulkit is 12 years older than Arav. 4 years ago, Pulkit was 7 times as old as Arav. Find their present ages. We don't know, here 2 persons are there, one is Pulkit, other one is Arav. We have to find their present ages, but the relationship between the ages is given here in this question. First, we don't know their present ages, no? So we are going to take the present age of Arav. The present age. First, we are going to the present age for Arav. We are going to take equal to x years. Like that, we are going to take the present age for Pulkit. Okay. So first, why not we are stopping Pulkit? They gave some condition in the question, isn't it? Arav, I am taking x years. Pulkit is 12 years older than Arav. Okay, he is 12 years older than Arav. What is the meaning of that? He is 12 years elder than him, elder than Arav. So, what is the age of Arav? X. 12 years older means we have to take x plus 12 years. So, the present age of Pulkit is x plus 12 years. Okay. Now, we don't know the exact age, but we got a clue that Arav x means Pulkit is x plus 12. Then what we have to do? 4 years ago. 4 years ago means we have to calculate our age 4 years ago. For example, if our age is 10 now, what is your age before 4 years? What do you do? You will subtract 4 years from your age to find the past age. Okay. So 10 minus 4 will give you the value 6. Okay. Like that. Here also 4 years ago. The question is 4 years ago. So I am going to calculate. How to calculate 4 years ago means, see, 4 years ago, Pulkit was 7 times as old as Arav. So Pulkit was 7 times as old as Arav means, what is the age of him before 4 years? But we have to calculate him for 4 years. So x, now he is x plus 12. Now Pulkit age is x plus 12. 4 years ago means we have to subtract 4 from his age, equal to 7 times of Arav's age. 7 times of Arav's age means 4 ago. So only I am subtracting from their present ages 4 and calculating the condition. See, toolkit is present age minus 4 and 7 times of arrow present age minus 4. Now see, we got the linear equation, isn't it? We got the form, we know how to solve it. Yes, just start solving this. How to solve this? If I open the bracket, 12 minus 4 is 8. 12 minus 4 is 8. This is 7x minus 28. Take x to the one side of the equation and numbers. If I take this number here, 28 plus 8 is equal to 7x minus 8. What is 28 minus 8? 36 is equal to 6x. That is, x is equal to 36 by 6. That is, x is equal to 6. Right? And what is x present here? Arrow's age. So arrow's age, the present age is 6 years. And what about toolkit? Toolkit is 12 years older than arrow. So x plus 12. If I find x plus 12 is equal to 18. So his age, toolkit age now is 18 years. His age is 18 years. So arrow's present age is 6 years and toolkit present age is 18 years. So if you get the age prognosis, it is very simple. Surely they will give the condition in the question. You have to see whether it is after or before. Past year age means you have to subtract from present 4 years hence. Like that they are telling us you have to add the years and you have to calculate the ages. See the next problem. The perimeter of a rectangle is 140 cm. If the width is 3/4 of its length, find the dimension. For the rectangular field, they gave the perimeter, we have to find the dimension. That means we have to identify the length and breadth. How to find this? See here, they give the perimeter of the rectangle. Further, we have to take what is length. If I am taking the length is x centimeter, just I don't know what is length and breadth, but if you give the value only we can solve. So just I am taking algebraically the variable for length as x. And what they give for the breadth? See here, if the width is 3/4 of its length, width, in other words it is called as the breadth. Okay, in other words it is called as the breadth. So breadth is 3/4 of its length. 3/4 of its length means 3/4 of x. Isn't it 3/4 of its length? So we are taking 3/4 of x centimeter. So in general in our hand we have now the length and breadth. Length as x and breadth as 3/4 into x. What is given in the question? What do they have given in the question? The perimeter. Perimeter in the word half into 2 into L plus B. What is the perimeter of the rectangle? 2 into L plus B. Isn't it? This is the perimeter of the rectangle. 2 into length plus breadth. So if I take 2 into length, what is length we are having here? X plus what is the breadth we are having here? 3/4 of x, which is equal to 140 centimeter. So in the question they gave the perimeter of the rectangle is 140. What is the perimeter of the rectangle formula? 2 into length plus breadth. 2 times of length plus breadth is equal to 2 into what is length x plus 3/4 into x is equal to 140. Now if you solve this part, we will get the value of x so that we can identify the length and breadth. Isn't it? How to solve this? So take it 2 into x. If I take the LCM, 4x plus 3x by 4 is equal to 140. They are like terms, so if I add, we will get 7x. And take this arithmetic number to the next side of the equation. So 140 into 4 by 2. If I simplify 2 by 140, we will get here 7 to 14, so 70. So we got 7x is equal to 7 4s are 28, 280. Okay, so we got 280. Now 7x is equal to 280. So x is equal to 280 by 7. If you simplify this, 7 4s are 28, so we got x is equal to 40. We got x is equal to 40. See, by using now we got the value of x is 40. That is, they are here asking the dimension. Thus, the dimension of the rectangular field is length into breadth. So we got the length as 40 centimeter and the breadth as 30 centimeter. So finally the dimension is written as 40 centimeter into 30 centimeter. This is the dimension of the rectangular field. Okay. Now see the next question. Meera orders two kinds of pizza, regular pizza and extra cheese pizza. The regular pizza costs rupees 140 and the cheese pizza costs rupees 180. If the total 14 pizzas and pays rupees 2660 rupees. What is given in the question? For a party, a girl is ordering two kinds of pizza. Some regular pizzas and some cheese pizza. Totally she is getting the number of pizzas 14. She pays rupees 2160 for this total 14 pizzas. Now we have to find how many number of two kinds of pizza she got. Okay, how to find it? I don't know both the number of pizzas. So just I am taking for the regular pizza number as x, number of regular pizza as x, and the number of cheese pizza as y. We don't know how many pizzas she got. So the number of regular pizzas as x and the number of cheese pizza as y. So the regular pizza plus cheese pizza, the number will give you 14 because she got totally 14 pizzas. So x plus y is equal to 14. If I rearrange this for substitution, x is equal to 14 minus y. Make this as equation 1. Now she pays totally 2160 rupees. So the total amount of regular pizza plus cheese pizza. So what is the amount of regular pizza? 140 into x plus 180 into y. If I add this total amount, for example, if I am getting a chocolate for 5 rupees. Okay, totally I am buying 10 chocolates. Means how we calculate the amount? Number of chocolates into cost of one chocolate. Okay, 10 into 5 will give you the value of 50. The same thing. So here I am multiplying with the number of pizzas. 140 into x, 180 into y is equal to 2160. We are having bigger numbers here. So just divided by 10. 10 means you will get 14x plus 18y is equal to 216. Okay, just because 140, 180 everything has zeros common, so divided by 10. So 14x plus 18y is equal to 216. Now I am going to substitute equation 1 here. Because x and y different variables we can't solve directly, so I am replacing x in the terms of y using the equation 1. So if I replace this, what is the answer we are going to take? See, 14 into x. So here 14 into x should be replaced by 14 minus y plus already we are having 18y is equal to 216. To open the bracket, multiply this. 14 into 14, 196 minus 14y plus 18y is equal to 216. Now we are having two y terms, isn't it? So 196 plus 18 minus 14 is 4y is equal to 216. That is 4y is equal to 216 minus 196, which is equal to 20. That is, we got 4y is equal to 20. So the value of y is equal to 20 by 4. So we got the value of y is equal to 5. Y we have chosen here as cheese pizza. So take y and substitute in equation 1. If I substitute in equation 1, we get 14 minus y is 9. So we got the value of x is equal to 9. So this implies the cheese pizza and this implies the regular pizza. So finally we got the number of cheese pizza they got is 5 and the number of regular pizza they ordered is 9. Okay, like this in many real life situations we are using algebra unknowingly. Okay, so with this we have completed the algebra and the exercise 8.3 also. Based on this here I solved the many problems of different models. Based on the same model you have to solve this problem, then go for your assignment, solve the assignment problem in the same manner and submit your assignment in the group. Okay children, thank you.